The 61/0 heifer is a September the 17th female that has the most pigment of any other heifers in the offering. She's an extremely long-bodied heifer. She would be, of the entire group, probably the longest heifer. She's got a lot of length of spine and has a lot of extension and continuation out through that front end. A lot of femininity, real level in her top, very clean underline, a heifer that has excellent feet and legs, and she has a lot of eye appeal and a lot of breed character. She's a heifer that has good hump placement on her. It's very comfortable when she walks and travels and has a lot of quality to her. She's a heifer that's going to get better and better as she matures. She's still a little bit green in her condition compared to the other heifers that we have in the offering, but she's a real nice heifer. I like her. A very classic V8 looking type heifer. Her best days will be ahead of her.
The Bonchasse cow that is the mother of this heifer is one that I can remember clearly when we purchased her. We purchased her back in 2020, and just prior to the Bonchasse female selling, our son Knox had had his first Made for Magic heifer go through the sale. And so we took the money that we earned from his heifer selling and reinvested it in, of course, a 380 daughter. And the Bonchasse female is sired by 380, but her dam is pretty special as well. She's the JDH Morelli female, who is the mother of JDH Babette Manso, who in her time was one of the most dominating show females in this breed. Brandy Barnes showed the cow, and she was national and international champion. So when we saw a 380 daughter that had that powerful pedigree behind her with that JDH V8 blended pedigree that has done so well here, we jumped at the opportunity to add her to our son Knox's program, which we were actively building. Of course, when we bought the cow, she came here, joined our herd, and was quickly named by our son, Miss Sherry. She was named Miss Sherry after our herdsman Jeff's wife, Miss Sherry Richard. But Miss Sherry was the perfect candidate to flush to Sloan. Of course, the Sloan 380 cross is one of our magical matings here at V8. It's a no-brainer. And those calves out of Miss Sherry and Sloan have been good across the board. This female has that red tinge just like her mother, offers a lot of versatility in terms of how she can be mated, red or gray. She's got a stereotypical 380 phenotype. I think she favors her grandsire, 380, more than she favors her sire, Sloan. And of course, we've made a pretty good living with our 380 females here, so we love the way this female looks. Historically, V8 cattle get better with age. If you've ever sat and watched a show and watched the V8 cattle in the calf classes, you probably know that some of them might stand down when they're young, but by the time they're 3 years old showing, they do very well. Because if there's one thing I have heard time and time again, it's that V8 cattle get better with age. Just this year at Houston, I was sitting watching the calf classes, and I saw those little V8s coming in, and they were definitely some of the lightest weight in the class and the smallest. And it never makes a lot of sense to me because we also have the trait leaders, and 380 is always siring calves that are in the top 1% of the breed for weaning and yearling weight. But for whatever reason, our V8 calves always look a little small and a little green. It doesn't make us nervous at all. There's nothing about this heifer's trajectory that causes us any pause because when we look at her, we can see what she will look like. She's almost a carbon copy of her mother, who has gotten better every day, gotten better with age. So even if you buy one that might be green at the time you buy it, you can always have confidence in the way they're going to turn out. Being sired by Sloan, the marketability of this bloodline is just off the charts. Sloan has now exceeded $4.7 million here at V8 in direct sales of his progeny. To this day, that's our number one sire that people are looking for. They want to have a Sloan son or a Sloan daughter. And to take it a step further, of course, the golden egg here at V8 is probably a Sloan times 380. So this heifer offers our most in-demand pedigree that we have available.